Yeah, what's up, man? It's your boy, the Triple B. Now, the Triple B would not usually do a video like this because it's a boxing channel, right? But, Triple B gets bored and he watch some serial killing videos. I'm not one of them weirdos, you get them weirdos that get excited by reading about crimes. That's not the Triple B. That's not Triple B. Triple B looks at it from a perspective that says, wow, this is nuts, man. How could these guys be so crazy? And probably gets depressed, But, interesting nonetheless. So, some people might be asking, so who is the Triple B's favorite serial killer? I don't know if that's the right question. Maybe it should be who's Triple B's least favorite serial killer? Because I've got no favorite, man. I find it all very disturbing, very disturbing. But if I was gonna say who can I live with the most, Jeffrey Dahmer. Why Jeffrey Dahmer? Because Jeffrey basically was into brown men, like Sam Stroller. Like Sam Stroller likes brown men. Triple B is like tan, but he's not, he's not like dark. And he's also not a batty man. So there's very little likelihood. There's no likelihood that Triple B be hanging out at a club and then you would get Jeffrey Dahmer pick him up, to go back. Do you want to come back to my house and have some drinks? Nah, it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. So, obviously, Triple B feels kind of safe. All right? There's also another guy called Dennis Nielsen, very similar. He murdered a few Batmans. He drilled holes in their heads. It makes you feel comfortable. No, the Triple B, knowing that he'll never be in that position. Right? Never be in that position. I'm not worried about my head being drilled by some serial killer Batman with sickness in his mind. Because it's not going to happen, man. I don't hang out in no gay clubs. And I wouldn't. Why would I do that? It's not for me. At all. Ever. So... Anyway, so what about other serial killers now? So what is Triple B's least favorite serial killer? So I've got real problems with Theodore Ted Bundy, because on the one hand I respect him. I know this sounds sick, but on one hand I respect his intelligence, the fact he escaped. From a police station, he represented himself. But, who did he kill? Beautiful, pretty girls. There's no mingers. They're all pretty college girls who were, well brought up and had a good future. Triple B cannot respect that kind of murder. They cannot respect that kind of murder. Same with anyone who kills kids. John Wayne Gacy, people like that. They killed youngsters. I got no time for that. I got no time for that. So, despite Ted Bundy's intelligence, despite the fact that because I don't like the police. And the FBI or whatever. They're liars. They're corrupt. So I like it when people fool those people. But Ted Bundy, he fooled them. But come on, man, you killed a bunch of pretty young women. Innocent women. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. Triple B ain't down with that. So he's not backing Ted Bundy. Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah, I get it. I understand. Part of it. I don't think, I don't necessarily think keeping a guy's head in your fridge is that understandable? You know, and according to his statements, he's like, oh, I didn't want him to leave, so I cut the head off and keep him in the fridge. I mean, there's some logic there. But it's, I still think it's a bit weird. But to me, if you're not hurting women and kids, then I'll put up with it. I'm not happy about it necessarily, right? But I would rather that than killing women and kids. You understand me? So to me, if people ask me the question, who's your favorite serial killer? Well, I said Jeffrey Dahmer. Definitely. And I've seen interviews with him. He seems to be quite nice. I know that sounds weird, but he seems to be quite nice. And he's very reasonable. The interviewers, they're going, I'm sorry, man. I didn't want him to go, so I kept his head in the fridge. At least he's providing some logical explanation to that, And I thought, and Jeffrey, I don't know, obviously he's a weird guy, he seems quite reasonable, likable, good looking, no homo. So he's my number one, Jeffrey Dahmer. Ted Bundy, I can't have no love for him despite his cleverness. I don't like the fact he killed so many pretty women, I don't think that's reasonable. And one of his victims was really young, so I can't have that. Trippy would not put up with that. Jeffrey Dahmer, on the other hand, I'm sorry, you made some mistakes. You made some bad choices. It's like when criminals get nicked, they just go, I made the wrong choices. What, you mean you cut someone's fucking head off? Yeah, of course you made the wrong choice. It's quite weird, man. But yeah, I don't really like serial killers. It's not for me.